Good day, everyone. This is a shout out to all the Canadians and all the consumers out there to stand up for what you believe in. The federal government is considering implementing additional mortgage tightening rules that would have a serious impact on uninsured mortgage applicants. First of all, let me define what uninsured mortgage applicants are. Those are people that represent lower risk. They're putting down 20% or more. That means they're only taking 80% maximum mortgage. So typically, they represent less of risk because they have 20%, quote unquote, of their own down payment into the property. So if the property values should go south, they've got 20% of their own money that's at risk. And those types of people almost never default. In fact, I've spoken to different mortgage specialists. They've never had anybody defaulted that had 10% down payment as a minimum. So anything more than 10%, the odds of them defaulting are like close to zero, virtually zero. So they're more creditworthy because of putting down a larger down payment, and yet the federal government is considering, the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions is proposing an additional stress test for uninsured mortgages. That proposal would require lower risk borrowers, keep that in mind, lower risk borrowers to be approved at 2% above, so it's an artificial rate, above the rate offered to them by their lender. So it's an artificial higher ceiling. So if someone qualifies for, say, an $800,000 home, but with a 2% higher artificial rate, now maybe they only can qualify for $450,000 because of the stress test. But that's not what they want. And they can easily qualify for the $800,000. So how nonsensical is this? It's counterproductive. It penalizes good behavior, and it penalizes the lower risk applicant. And the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, OSFI for short, OSFI, it would shut down consumers and it drive them out of the market that they want to get into less suitable housing. I mean, let's face it, if you qualify for a home that you qualify for and you can easily make the payments on, why would you live in a home that's far less desirable, and it'll be a ceiling in terms of you building your net worth? So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. And CMHC, Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, their mandate, they were created after World War II, their mandate was to promote and encourage and stimulate more affordable housing. Initially, they helped just the war veterans. That was discriminatory. And now they help all Canadians, at least they're supposed to. However, the reality is, affordable home ownership is slipping out of reach for many first-time buyers, in particular the millennials, and with any areas with a shortage of affordably priced homes. And the GTA and Vancouver are two prime areas that, because of the jobs and because of the bursting economy, most jobs are created there. So millennials want to live in or near the GTA and Vancouver respectively. So the government should be doing something to stimulate affordability. They're not doing that yet. So again, over 122,000 realtors across Canada have an opportunity to voice our concerns to government, and that's what we're doing. We urge you to do the same. Stay tuned. Thank you.